Good morning, students. Let us start. New concept. Long questions would be asked for 12 marks. See what he says. He's saying issue of material to production. Now we are issuing material to production. Who is issuing material? The stores keeper will issue material to the production. Okay, production department. What he says. Pricing of materials issued. This we have to study. This is important. Pricing of materials issued. In this we have four methods actually in our syllabus. First is first in first out, that is FIFO. Next is last in last out, that is last in first out, that is LIFO. Next we have average cost method, and under average cost method we have simple average, and we have one more weighted average method. This base stock method also is there. We'll do one problem on base stock. Next, a specific price method, market price or replacement price method, standard price method, inflated price method. This will not be asked in exam. This is only he is giving to for the knowledge. Okay, so in the exam will be asked only FIFO, first in first out, LIFO, last in first out, average cost method. In this we have one simple average. Next is weighted average. Then we'll see base stock also. Base stock we are having only in FIFO and LIFO. Okay, it's very easy. So let us understand what is first pricing of materials issued. What does it mean, pricing of materials issued? Okay, now see what he says. Materials are issued to different jobs or works ordered from the stores. Yes, the materials is going from stores to different jobs or works. Okay, then these jobs or works orders are charged with the value of material consignment received at different rates and different prices. So what actually is happening? See, the storekeeper is receiving material at different times. The storekeeper, the point that what he is saying is what he is trying to explain, that I am explaining here. The storekeeper, his job is to receive material. He will receive material, okay, from outside. From outside is receiving, from supplier we can say. Okay, the supplier will send him this material on different dates at a different prices. Okay, different dates and different prices. Okay, let us take example. The first material has come on 1st January, 200 units at ₹5. Okay, next again he received on 3rd January, same to 50 units at ₹4. See, different dates, different material, different dates, different price is being charged by the supplier to the storekeeper. So the storekeeper will give material to the production. His job is to give the material to the production department, but how? How to give? Okay, that we are studying. What material will go first? Which material has to be given first? What price to be charged? That we are studying here. That is called pricing of materials issued. Okay, next materials. Next, different prices, different dates. It becomes necessary to decide about what the price is to be charged to a particular job when materials are issued. Okay, so when materials are issued, what price has to be charged? That is a big question for that storekeeper. Storekeeper is a big challenge, that which material should issue first and which price to be charged to the production department. That is a big issue. Okay, that we are studying here. So he is saying for that purpose, pricing of materials we are having FIFO, LIFO, average cost, simple average, and weighted average we are having. Okay, now first we'll see FIFO, what he is saying. Under this method, materials are charged to the various jobs, orders, etc. at actual cost. Okay, actual cost means this is the cost. The cost at which they have purchased, that will be charged. That is called actual cost. Next. Okay, next, on the assumption that the various lots are used in the same order in which way they received into stock. Okay, so what he will do, whatever he received, he will issue the same. Okay, with the same cost. Next. Other words, the issuers are priced in the order of purchases. Okay, what you purchase first, that will be issued. What you purchase first, that will be issued. What you purchase first, that will be issued. First, this will be issued. After this will be issued, that he is saying. Okay, that is called what? FIFO method. That is also called, that is only called what? FIFO method. Material received first is issued first. Which is received first, that will be issued. This is received first, this will be issued. It is called as what? FIFO method. Simple. FIFO method is what? First in, first out. This has come first in and this will go first out. Okay, this material has come first to the storekeeper and this will be issued first to the production manager, production department. This is called FIFO. Then after this will be issued first in, first out. Okay, that's why it is called FIFO. First in, first out. FIFO method. First in, first out. Okay, chaliye, let us do one problem. It's very easy. One problem on FIFO. So see what is saying here. So simple. I'll explain very easy. Next. Record the following transactions in stores ledger. Page number is B16 and the problem number is, example is 3. Record the following transactions in stores ledger, pricing the materials issued according to FIFO. LIFO, weighted average is saying. We'll do only FIFO. First we'll do FIFO, then we'll do some problems, then we'll go for LIFO, then we'll go simple average and weighted average. Okay, now next see what he's saying. Purchases is giving. Date, this is all purchases from January 15th to March 25. This is purchases. Okay, order number, this we don't want it, but we have a format in that we have tried purchase order number. What is the number of that purchase is here. What is important? Units and date is important. Units and date is important. Okay, now what he says, January 15th they purchased 40 units for 8 rupees 11. Then you have to go to sequence. So sequence after January 15, here we have 20. This 20 is what? The issue. They are issuing the material. So requisition number is 24. Issued is 80 units. He will not give the price. He will not give the price. Okay. What he is not giving? He is not giving the price. But see, on January 1st we have some balance. There is the opening balance. How much opening balance? 100 units at rupees 10 each. This is opening balance we have. After opening they have purchased. Okay. Then they are issuing on January 20 80 units. Next February 10th again they are issuing how many units? 30 units. Then next February 25 they are purchasing 60 units at rupees 12. Then March 10 they are issuing 40 units. Then March 25 they are again purchasing 50 units. Okay, so you will not understand like this. Let me explain like this. Okay, so the format is very easy. When you see the format you think, oh, this much is big format. It's very easy. I'll explain. See, first column you receive, then issue, then balance. The storekeeper is preparing this format. He is saying received first. He will receive, he will write. Then issued, whatever he issued to the production, that he will write. And after in balance is left over, that we have to write here, balance. Received, issued, balance. Very easy. First column is received, next is issued, next is balance. Easy. First is received, he will receive, then he will issue to the production, and that leftover is going to be called as balance. Okay, now see, in received, issued and balance we have 3 columns common: quantity, unit cost, total. Quantity, unit cost, total. Quantity, unit cost, total. Quantity, unit cost, total. Done. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 columns are done. Received we have quantity, unit cost and total. Issued also we have quantity, unit cost and total. Balance we have quantity, unit cost and total. Done. Chal. Received we have tried 2 more. We have to add 2 more. One is date, one is purchase order number. When you receive, that is called purchase. When you receive, that is called purchase. So you have to write purchase order number, date and purchase order number. So in received 5 columns: date, purchase order number, quantity, unit cost, total. Next issued 4 columns: requisition number. So when you issue, you have to give some number, that is called requisition number, quantity, unit cost, total. Balance you have 3 columns: quantity, unit cost, total. That's it. 5 plus 4 9 plus 3 12. 12 columns we are having here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Easy. Received we have 5 columns: date, purchase, quantity, unit cost, total. Issued we have 4 columns: received, requisition number, quantity, unit cost, total. And balance you have 3 columns: quantity, unit cost and total. That's it. Easy. Yes. Chal. Heading will be written as stores ledger. Let me write the heading stores ledger. Write heading as stores ledger. Okay. What we'll write here? Let me write page number B16, example 3. Okay, I'll see what it says. First is what? Received, Next is what? Issued. Last is what? Balance. 3 columns common. Quantity, unit cost, total. Here also quantity, unit cost, total cost. Here also quantity, unit cost, total. Done. Two more you have to add to received. You'll write first date, purchase order number. Done. Here you have to write requisition number. Khatam. Done. Excuse me. Simple, right? So stored ledger, received, issued and balance. Received we have to write 5 columns. In each received, issued and balance we have 3 columns common. Quantity, unit, total. Quantity, unit, total. Quantity, unit, total. Received you have to add 1, 2 more. Date, purchase order number, but because received is called purchase, when you issue you have to give some number that is called requisition number. Done. Khata. Chaliye. Next. Let's start solving. So we have balance on 1st January. So let me write here date. Jan 1st. Okay, so directly you have to write, go to the balance and you have to write, don't write in received, you have not received, either you have not received, issued, you have to write directly, go to the balance and you have to write how many balance? 100 units at rupees 10 per unit, total will be 1000. Okay, so directly you have to write the date and you have to come directly to the balance. It is a balance. He says balance in 1st January 100 units at rupees 10 per unit. So quantity is 100, unit is 10, unit price, that is unit price 10 and total is 100,000. Done. Chaliye. Next is what? January 15th. You are again purchasing 40 units. So let me write in January 15th. I am leaving some space. In January 15th. He's purchasing, right? So in purchase you have to write. Received means what? Purchases means write in received. Received means purchases. Okay. No need of writing an exam. Just we are writing to understand. So order number he has given. What is the order number? 5. Okay. Now quantity is how much? 40. Rate is 11. Right? 40. Rate is 11. So we'll get 440. The amount is 440. 440. Okay. Chaliye. Let us move further. Next. Now you have to go to the balance and you have to write like this. This will be same. You have not used. You have to write balance 10, 1000. Same we have to write here. Because we have not done anything with this balance. The same balance we'll have on January 15th also. Yes. Then next again this also we are having 40 units at rupees 11, 440. Okay. We are having this 40 units into level we are having 440. Okay. Easy. Chaliye. Next. Actually we have to draw a line here. See, whenever one date is done, you have to draw a line here. Like this you have to draw a line. It will be easy. One date is completed. The next January 15th, one date is completed. It will be easy, right? So I want you to draw the format, that line. Chaliye. Next. What is next date? January 15th. We have January 20. Issued. Requisition number means issued. Here he is saying issues, right? So January 20. How many units? 80 units. So let me write here. January 20. Issuing. What is the requisition number? 24. How many units are issued? 80 units he is asking you to issue. So let me issue 80 units. 80 units. And what will be the price? Price is not given. See. This is issue of materials. Price will not be given. Issue price will not be given. He'll give balance price. He'll give purchase price. He'll give balance price and he'll give purchase price. He'll not give issue price. Now, which method we are doing? We are doing FIFO method. FIFO. What we are saying in FIFO? First in, first out. The materials which we have, that has to be issued first. So from 100 we have to issue how much? 80. So let me issue, and the price we have to take 80, 10 rupees only. Okay, 100. From 100 we are issuing 80, right? The price should be also of 100 only. What is the price of 100? 10. 10 rupees. Total is 800. Right? From 100 we are issuing 80. How much is left over? 20 units. Balance is 20. How? 100 minus 80. We are having 100 units. From that 100 we are giving how much? 80 we are giving. From 100 we are giving 80. Left over is 20. 100 minus 80 is 20. And the amount will, rupees will be remain same. 10 will get 200. Okay. So we did not touch to the 40. 40 remains same. So we will write 40 here again in balance. 40, 11 rupees for 40. Easy. Done. So we have written this also. Next date is what? After January 20 we have January 25. Sorry, Feb 10 we have. Again they are issuing 30 units. Then Feb 10. Feb 10th. What they are doing? They are issuing. How many units they are issuing? Feb 10th. 20. Number is 25. Number is 25. They are issuing how many units? 30 units. So let me write here 30. Okay. Now 30 we have to issue, but we have only 20. So first you have to issue 20 from here. Okay. So first let me underline and let me issue first 20. 20 you are issuing from this 20. The price will be 10, 200. This entire is exhausted. This 20 is done. So you have issued 20 units at the rate 10 per unit. So 200 is done. So this is done. How much still we have to give? 30 you have to give, but 30 we have given 20. 10 more we have to give. So we'll take 10 from 40. 10 will take from 40. 10. The price will be 11 rupees. Now to take charge price as 11 rupees. This 11 rupees you have to take. Okay. So 10 into 11, 110. So how much is left over? From 40 you have given 10. Left over is 30. From 40 you have given 10. 30 is left over. 11. 330. Easy. From 40 you have given 10 units. So how much is left over? 40 minus 10 is 30. So 330. Next. Feb 25. Feb 25th. They are purchasing. Right? Purchase order number is 6 and purchase 60 units. So purchase order number is 6. They purchased 60 units at rupees 12 per unit. 60 units at rupees 12 per unit. So I am writing a unit column, a quantity column 60, unit price column 12. So 60 into 12 is 720. Done. I have written 720. Next, I have tried balance. Okay. So in this month, in this date, we have not done anything. Only we purchased. So we have tried balance. Balance is how much? 30, 11, 330, and we are having this 60, 12, 720. Okay. So this balance we have written. We have the balance that we have written. Got it? Chali. Next, after 25, next date is March 10th. On March 10th, we have issued 26 units. March 10th. March 10th. What we have done? We have issued how many units? 40 units. Number is 26. Requisition number is 26. We have issued 40 units. Okay. So you have to issue 40 units. Do we have 40 here? No. First we have 30. So first we'll give 30 units. 30 units at rupees 11, 330. Okay. First you have to issue 30. Your balance is 30. The 30, 11, 330. Okay. You have issued 30 units first. Then next, what do you have next? 60 units you have. From 60 you have to issue. How much do you need more? 10 units you need. So 10 units. Rupees will be 12. So this from 60 you are giving 10 and the rupees will be 12. So 120. Okay. From 60 you have issued 10, the balance will be 50. From 60 you issued 10, the balance will be 50. So rupees is 12. 50 into 12 is how much? 600. So you are having 600 rupees of quantity. Easy. Next, after which date? 25th, purchases 50 units, 10 unit rupees. March 25th. Next is March 25th. Number is what? 7. They are purchasing. Quantity is 50 and price is 10. 50, price is 10. You will receive 500 rupees. Okay. Next, the balance will be, the 50 will be the balance. 50, 12, 600, and this again 50, 10, 500. Okay. So this is what the balance you are having on 25th March. 25th March you are having quantity of, if you want you can add 50, 50, 100 units, 600 plus 500, 1100 units you are having. Don't add prices. Okay. So 100 units you are having, 1100 you are having. You can add or you can directly show in exam. 50 units at 12 rupees, 600, 50 units at 10 rupees, 500. You cannot add this both 1100 prices because the rate of this both is different. This 50 is at 12 rupees, this 50 is at 10 rupees. So you should not add. Okay. Easy. Very easy. Let me explain this solution one more time. See what he's saying here. Wait, let me draw the lines that it will be easy for understanding. Give me a minute. It's very easy to solve. But to solve such problem, you should have patience. Lots of patience you should have. Okay, sorry, I couldn't draw lines, I have to draw after solving, right? Okay, now see, it's easy. What he says, on January 1st they have 10 units as a 10 by 100 units at a balance 10 per unit. So I wrote the date January 1st and directly came to the balance column, 100 units 10 rupees, 1000 rupees. Okay, so simple. Next, you have to go to the date sequence. Next, January 15th, they have purchased 40 units for 8 rupees 11. So you have to write January 15th. Purchase means received column. 5, purchase order number is 5. They purchased 40 units at rupees 11 for 40. Okay, so you have to write balance. So 100 units you did not do anything here. Received, you did not do anything. So this you have to issue now. So you are issuing 100 units. So you have balance now. 100 units at rupees 10 each, 1000. So again you have purchased this 40 units, that will be again come and sit in the balance 40, 11 for 40. Okay, next after January 15 we have date January 20. January 20 is, he is saying this is issues 20, 10, 10. March, January 20 we issued, February 10th we issued, March 10th we issued. So you have to follow the sequence. So January 20 they issued to 80 units, requisition order number 24. January 20 they have requisition order is number 20 and they issued 80 quantity. But price is not given, issue price will not given. So that we have to do. So we are doing FIFO method, first in first out. FIFO method means first in first out. Which has come first, that will go first out. So from 100 you have given 80, price will be 10 rupees. Of 100 price you have to take, so 800 you are having. From 100, if 80 is gone, how much is left over? 20. So 100 minus 80 is how much? 20. So price will be remain same 10. So you'll having 200. Next, the balance will same again. You have tried 40 you did not touch. So 40, 11 rupees for 40. Done. Chaliye next. What is next? Feb 10th. Again you issued 30 units. Again Feb 10th. purchase requisition order number is 25, you issued 30 units. You have to issue 30, but you don't have 30, you have 20. So first you issue 20, 10 rupees to 20. Then again you need 10. From 30 you issued only 20. Again you need 10. You take from 40 10. Okay. Price rupees will be 11. 11 10. 110 sorry. From 40 you issued 10. How much is left over? 30. 40 minus 10 is 30. Rupees will be same 11 330. Done. Chale next. On Feb 25th he again purchased purchase order number 6. He purchased for 60 units and 80 rupees 12. So February 6th he purchased requisition of purchase order number is 6, purchased to 60 quantity, price is 12 720. The balance will be 30 11 330. Again you purchase, that will come and sit in the balance 60 12 rupees 720. Done. Next is what? March 10th he issued 40 units. Again March 10th he issued how many units? 40 units. You have only 30 first. Then the first you issue 30 8 rupees 11 330. Next what you have? Again how much you have to issue? 10 units. So from 60 you issue 10 units. So 12 rupees. 60 rupees is 12 120. From 60 you issued 10. How much is left over? 50. So 50 12 600. Done. Chali next. March 25th again you purchased 50 units. So March 25th 7 purchase order number is 7. 50 units you purchased at rupees 10 500. Now this balance you have 50 12 rupees 600, 50 10 rupees 500. You should not add this both because the prices are different. This price is different, this price is different. If the prices are same 12 12, then you can easily add it. 100 units at rupees, you got different amount here. So don't add, just simply show 50 12 500 600, 50 10 500. Okay, so you can see your closing balance. This is your closing balance. Your closing balance is 50 units at rupees 12 600 rupees, 50 units at rupees 10 500 rupees. Okay, so this is your FIFO method. First in first out. So simple, easy, right? It's very easy. So like this you have to do problems. So let me solve one more problem. After that I want you to solve problems. Okay, now we have here a problem. Here. The following particulars prepare the stored ledger account under two methods of pricing materials. One is FIFO, simple average, found out the materials on last date of the month. He is asking you to find out what will be the last date of the materials he is asking. Okay. There is closing balance is saying. We got here closing balance, right? How we got closing balance? 50 units at 12 rupees 600, 50 units at 10 rupees 500. Like that you have to find. Next. So FIFO method and simple average is saying first we'll do FIFO method. Okay. Now see what he says. October 1st, opening balance 400, 8 per unit. So this is opening. October 6th he issued. So it's very easy. Order number is 200 units. Okay. Issue price will not given. Issue quantity will be given. Issue quantity will be given. Issue price will not be given. Again he received. Again he purchased to 50 units at rupees 8.50. Again October 13 he issued 300 units. Again October 19 he purchased 400 units at 9 rupees. 23rd he issued. Again he received 300 units at 8.80. Easy. So we have one opening, 1 2 3 purchased, and 1 2 3 issues. Okay, so let us solve this problem. I have prepared the format. Page number is B26. Question number is 16. So let us solve this problem also. So your heading will be stores ledger. We'll be writing here FIFO. Okay. Next 1 2 3 4. This will be received column. Okay. Then from here 1 2 3 4. This is issued column. Last is what? Balance. Okay. I did not draw a line. You have to draw a line like this. From here to here, one line. Wait, let me draw. not possible. Actually, this is received, issued, and balance. You know what to write. First is date. Next you'll write purchase order number, then quantity, unit, total. Next requisition number. It's not there in question, even though you have to write. It's not there in the question, even though you have to write. It's a format. Quantity, unit, total. Quantity, unit, total. Okay, page number is B26. Solution question number is 16. Okay, easy, right? 3 columns each: quantity, unit, total, quantity, unit, total, quantity, unit, total. First 2 more columns we have to add in received, date, and purchase order number. In issued, you have to add 1 more column, that is requisition number. Balance is not required. Chali. Next, first what is saying, opening balance we are having on October 1st. We have opening balance 400 units at rupees 8 per unit. So let us write here October 1st. 1st October. Purchase order number is not there. Don't write. sorry, we are not purchasing, so no need of writing here. Come to directly to the balance column. How many units? 400 units at rupees 8 each. So multiply 400 into 8, 3200 worth of valid what materials we are having. Next, 6th of October is issuing 200 units. So 6th of October issued. So no requisition number. How much quantity is issuing? 200. Obviously, from 400 only we can issue. From 400 only we are issuing, because here we have nothing. So from 400 we are issuing 200. So 8, 1600. From 400 we are issuing 200. How much is left over? 200. How you got? 400 minus 200. 8 you multiply with 8, you will get 1600. Easy. You are having 400 units. From that he is asking you to issue 200. You can issue directly from 400 200 units and at 8 rupees 1600. From 400 if you issue 200, how much is balance? 200. So 200, 400 minus 200 is 200. Into 8 you do 1600 will get. Next is next date. You received on October 8th 250 units at 8.50. 8th October received. There is no purchase order number. How many units you received? 250 units at rupees 8.50. 250, 8.50. You have received 250 units at 8.5. 250 units into 8.5. 2125 units you have. That is the total. Okay. Now you have to write balance. So first you write this 200 balance. 200 as balance. 8 rupees 1600. Then 250 units at rupees 8.50. 2125. Easy. Okay. Balance which we are having, that I am writing here. Got it? Check. Next. This next. After October 8th, you have issued October 13th 300 units. Next. 13th October, you have to issue. There is no requisition number. How many units you have to issue? 300 units. October 13th. So let me write 300, and I am underlining because I cannot give 200 units. From 300 I cannot give. Whenever there is a in, first out, whenever there is a balance, less balance, we don't have sufficient quantity, then you have to write 300 and underline. Okay. Then I am writing 200. 8 rupees 1600. Still how much I have to issue? 100. From 250 I am issuing 100. 8.50. 850. Okay. From 250 I have to issue 100 because there is no quantity in the first in. Okay. So how much is balance? 150 will be the balance. How 150? 250 minus 100. Okay. So 8.50. 150 into 8.5. 1275. Okay, चलिए next. Next it is what? After October 13th, we are October 19th, we are receiving 400 units. 19th October, we are receiving how many units? No purchase requisition, no order, purchase no order number. 400 units at rupees 9 each. Okay, so 4 9 is 36. 3600. So the balance will be 150, 8.50, 1275, 400, 9 rupees, 3600. Okay, this is our balance. Next, this next date, October 19th, October 23rd, we are issuing 23rd October. We are issuing no requisition number. How many units? 320 units. 320 units. Okay, so I'm underlining because there is no sufficient unit quantity we are having on the first in. So let me write 150, 8.50, 150 into 8.50. We are getting 1275. Still we need 350, 320. From 320 we issued 150. So we need 170 more. So 170 we are taking from 400. Multiply with 9. 170 into 9. We'll get 1530. Okay. So from 400 we are issuing 170. How much is left over? 400 minus 170. 230 you are having. Multiply with 9. 230 into 9. 2070. So your balance is 2070. Okay. Next, this much only you are having. Next is what? October 30 received 300 units. 30 October you are receiving no purchase order number 300 units at rupees 8.80. 300 into 8.80. 2640. Okay, you are receiving 2640. What will be your balance? Balance will be 239 rupees 2070 and 300 units 8.80 2640. Okay, this is your balance. Next, see what he says. Just do total of the amount only. Here this amount total 2070 plus 2640. 4710 you are getting. 4710. Okay. That's it. But when he asks you to write closing balance, you have to write closing balance as 230 units at 9 rupees 2070 and 300 units at 8.80 2640. Total if he asks, he write 4710. Total materials we are having 4710. Okay. So this is your what? Which method? FIFO method. First in, first out. So easy. You can easily solve. So I want you to solve problem number B27. So 19th one you solve. Which one? 19th one. Page number B27. 19th problem you have to solve. And 2 more problems I'll see from other textbook, and I want you to solve the 2 more problems also. More you have to practice more for this FIFO LIFO, this pricing of materials issue. Okay, tell you. Thank you.